Hi, I'm Phaedra Chantal here with Midwest Muscle. We are in Chicago, High Five Fitness, and we are here with Brian McCabe, PNBA Pro, and a whole lot more. He's had quite a year with shows that he's been promoting, prepping, and he's now just become a happily married man. So let's kind of converse with him and see what's been up. Very nice. All right, Brian. So take us through this great year you've had. Let's start from the beginning. January, there was, you start with your competitors then, and let's move kind of along the timeline. What was the first show you promoted this year?
The first one was the Illinois State. That was in April, and I had about 7 competitors that entered that. So Denny had got a hold of me, Denny and Diana Kakos, the founders of INBA, PNBA. Reached out to me and just kind of looking for someone to pick up the slack in the Midwest to help get things going. So obviously I jumped right on the opportunity and have had a blast doing it. So I was able to network with some people and get the sponsors involved and get the show built. And then unfortunately our guest poser that we had set for that show had some family difficulties going on, wasn't able to make it, so I did a last minute guest pose in the first show I was putting on. Ended up being fun. That was a good time. The next show was the Natural North Americans in July, and that one was where I was a scheduled guest poser in it, and
Promoted that one as well.
yeah, lead promoter on that one. We had the same sponsors that just rolled through, so that show prep was much easier as far as the overall show. Still had competitors to prep for the show. I was still in line, just keeping myself. I was looking at just putting size on steadily throughout the year because I knew I was going to guest pose in July. So this was all in prep for my pro debut coming up next. But I had my wedding in between, and thank you. And luckily, my wife took the reins on everything.
Strong women behind a strong man.
She, bless her heart, she knew I had a lot on my plate, and a lot of it, this was so natural, and everything just fell into place that as she was putting things together, we have a saying that just says, it kind of takes the decision out when things pick you and you don't pick it. So as she was going through and putting things together, it just fell right into place. It didn't even look like she had any stress about it,
That worked.
I know she was like a duck on the water with calm on top and feet going underneath, but she handled it well. Her family really stepped up to the plate, her brother, because the venue was in Omaha, so there was many, many things that needed to be put together. So they took the grunt of it, and they did a phenomenal job. It was 4 days worth of seamless activity and celebrating, and it all unified perfectly. It went better than anybody could expect. I could talk all day on that, but
And then you took 2 weeks for
and then we had my honeymoon.
and now you're back in the game. So, what's the next thing for you? You've got your pro debut. That's in where is that again? That's in
Hollywood, November 1st. It's the INBA PNBA World Cup, and it's a week before the Natural Olympia, and I'm waiting a year, maybe 2, before we step on that stage. Thanks, Meshack.
There you go. Nice little shout out.
Yeah, right.
So your shirt, your hat, your phone, Team Body Sculpt. Tell us about that.
Team Body Sculpt, fierce, dedicated competitors that are genuinely concerned about each other's well-being. We want everybody to strive and be the best that we can be. We all pose together. Everyone's on different plans. Everybody, any prep coach out there, any competitor knows every person is different, so there is no cookie-cutter program that's going to work. You got to sit down and put the time into each person, and we all do that. Tiger P Productions is now my apparel line. I'm using him for all my apparel. Oh, he's phenomenal. Yes, and I mean, what another strong promoter in the Midwest like you guys, Midwest Muscle. We all can't appreciate you guys as much as we can just for what you do. It's unbelievable. So that led us to, where are we at? Honeymoon, 2 weeks. We got the World Cup coming in November.
So what about? I wanted to ask you about your Team Body Sculpt. Now, how many? You said you've got competitors. You pose together. You do this. So, tell us about women, men, both bikini, figure, bodybuilding. Who is involved in your team?
Funny enough, I seem to get a lot of the bikini and it was figured, now it all switched to a lot of bikini girls.
What do you think of it?
I think a pretty good general understanding of the female's body, for one. It's so difficult to get results with females because of hormonal profiles. Men, give me time and how much time we got. Women is like a puzzle, and I mean, if one thing is off, it's off. So luckily, throughout my experience, real high-level training through Charles Poliquin's system, using his type of body fat testing and hormonal profiling to be able to read the body on what it's saying. A lot of body mechanics based from Paul Chek, is a lot of who I study off of for that. But just bringing these things together along with food and dialing in, the results go so fast, it just brings more women.
Right.
And I think it's a comfortable relationship that's, that just kind of pulls them in. And I think it's a lot of each other's camaraderie, just the team itself.
Yeah.
Everyone just loves being part of the team. It's not me.
Yeah.
They just love to be around each other.
Well, that's cool, and I think that team vibe and the support that you get from, especially with women, it can be such a catty experience. Me being backstage, I've seen it, and I feel like everyone's worked so hard, but there's the women. I mean, we're depleted, we're hungry, we want a glass of wine, we smell, and so we just don't want. But when you have your team there helping, pace your butt and making sure your boobs in your shirt, everything. It's so nice to have that backstage.
Yes.
And so that's really important. And I'm so glad that you get to kind of head that. Now, do you find it hard? Because you're with women, you're working with a lot of women, but do you find it hard in your own prep and to really take care of yourself and be 100% with yourself when you have all these other people to take care of with your team, or you find your balance?
Have to find the balance.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy to get out of that balance, and it's easy to blow off your lift. So what I've learned is no matter who I'm prepping or what is coming up, I'm looking at one date as the next date that's coming up and nothing beyond it.
Right.
Nothing beyond it. Maybe in competitors or myself, looking at where your physique should be at a certain point of the year for the biggest show you're going to do, sure. But other than that, it's one date at a time. And as long as I promise myself that my food is packed and I get my lift, I have no excuse why I can't get my gains.
Absolutely. And I assume that your now wife, is very supportive of all this, because it can be a very self-involved sport, and especially with you, and you've got people texting you 10 o'clock at night, oh my gosh, I want a cookie, or whatever it seems to be. So you have to help, and all these women. So how is she with that? I'm assuming great, but
she's the heart that makes it beat. It's the whole team revolves around her. Behind the scenes at the show, she helps out with everything, with all of our color. Her confidence in herself makes her the person who she is with all this. It's obviously a hands-on type sport as far as prepping and getting someone ready for that show. And she's just very genuine, and she knows what it takes and what these athletes go through, and respects it, and definitely keep her a part of it, and then luckily she wants to be a part, because it would never work without it.
Absolutely.
No, but yeah, she's 100% supportive, and I wouldn't be able to do it without her, especially this many people. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Well, very good.
Yeah.
So what do you, after this pro show, Hollywood, you kind of come back and is there anything, so it's kind of the end of the year, November, but are you going to come back and try to do something else, or are you going to be done for the year and getting ready to do something and have gains for next year?
Myself, that'll be my last show for the year.
Okay.
And I still have 1, 2, 3 more shows to prep other people.
Okay.
And that'll be October 2nd, or October 2nd, right? Is that up in October 4th? In Rockford. And then also the November 22nd, I think, is DeKalb.
Yep, I will be there.
Yeah, okay.
So I will see you.
And then I have Trisha and a couple of deciding if they're going to go to the Natural Olympia. Trisha is for sure. She's the all-star bikini girl on our team that's looking to leave her mark again. She took 3rd last year and looking to do some damage this year. She had a successful year, so it'll be interesting. Then it'll be time to hit the brakes.
Yeah. Enjoy the holidays a little bit. What is your favorite thing about the holidays? Now, you obviously have to keep your your physique and everything, and do. But when you tend to bulk up, or you have your days when you're like, okay, Thanksgiving, what is it about? Like, what's your favorite thing to eat on Thanksgiving?
Luckily, I have the physique that the more I eat, the better
Yeah.
I look. So I just eat a lot.
Okay, shut up. We're done. No, I'm just kidding. That's awesome.
It really does. Like I know that every time I compete, I put weight on, and
Good.
then I come back and I'm lighter immediately.
Yeah.
So it's
You've just
I got to do
gotten
everything I
better
can to
at
try
that.
to keep the weight up. So the holidays are great times for me because I make good choices. You know, I don't load up on the desserts or anything, but
Right.
it's always meat, veggies, and
just
the carbs I
enjoying it.
need.
Yep,
But I just eat and eat and
absolutely.
eat. But yeah, the body. I actually treat it like a normal day.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be a
Way
good
to do it.
5,000 to 6,000 calorie day. It's about an average.
So, well, I think that you've had, it sounds like quite an amazing year. And once again, congratulations. Thanks for
Thank you.
spending some time with us, because I know it's Saturday and you've got family and that balance to get to. But thanks for spending some time with us. And we will
Absolutely.
be looking for you for sure at these shows. And good luck to you at
Oh, I
your
appreciate
first
it.
pro show. It's exciting.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yes,
It's a
absolutely.
whole new level.
Hey, man.
Whole
totally.
new level. I'm ready
Kill
for it.
Go and do it.
But you start looking at all these other natural pros out there. It's up there. I'm ready for it. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
You'll bring it.
It's
You'll bring it all year for this.
do the best I can. Yeah, absolutely. And thank you guys for everything you do. It's phenomenal.
Thank
Yeah, we
you.
really appreciate it.
Well, we're glad and happy to be able to do it. So
Thank you.
bringing information out to people and giving them some knowledge and some hope and some inspiration. I'm Phaedra Chantal here with Brian McCabe, Midwest Muscle here at Hi-Fi in Chicago. Thank you so much and have a great day.
Also, next April, next July, next August, Illinois State, North American Naturals, Natural Universe.